Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and I work with a lot of individuals with attachment wounds. Today, I wanted to go over a little bit of a different topic today, and I wanted to actually go over what you can ask yourself when you're with an avoidant to see if this relationship is really worth it. Now, I will say, all relationships have challenges. From my perspective, I have never seen one that is completely smooth sailing and it just always stays that way. Most relationships have challenges. However, a relationship with an avoidant has its own particular challenges. And I think a lot of you guys know that. And I read your comments and I know that a lot of you guys have a lot of frustration. And I'm really sorry that I can't do more. And I'm sorry that your relationships are difficult sometimes and you don't know what to do and you don't know if the relationship is worth it. And you don't know if the person really cares about you, even though it's been so long, and you're not understanding them. And that's a really difficult place to be in. But it obviously shows that you guys love your partners a lot because you're still trying. And I know sometimes you get frustrated that you guys have to do so much. And you guys do. I know that. I see it all the time in my practice. And so I wanted to make a list of ways that you guys can, and you can refer to this, and I'll make more detailed videos as well regarding each of these topics. But I wanted to make a video that you guys can refer to really understand if there's any hope or if you're just wasting your time and getting hurt. Because sometimes, especially if you're anxious, preoccupied, sometimes you can't tell the difference because of your upbringing, right? Maybe you had really strict parents or your parents were not around as often. So you don't really know what love is supposed to look like. And you don't really know if you're supposed to have hope or if you're just going to be taken advantage of. And that's a tricky situation to be in. So that's why I made this video for you guys. So the very first one, and this one is probably the most important. Have they made any progress at all? Like at all. Okay. Now, why do I emphasize any progress? Avoidants make progress like really slowly. I'm just like being completely honest right now. I actually am always honest with you guys, which I don't know if you guys like that, but that's just the way I am. There's no point in me lying to you. I feel like me being honest helps you in the long run. But regardless, any progress at all is because sometimes for anxious, preoccupied individuals, it's hard for you to see the small progress they make because you're really afraid that it's never going to result in anything. So let me break that up a little bit. Let's say you want to get married to your partner one day, which is, by the way, a really reasonable and healthy and wonderful thing. And I hope that for all of you guys, if your partner's healthy and you guys will have a good marriage, I hope that you guys get married someday, if that's what you want. But maybe you're not seeing progress about actually getting married, but maybe you're seeing that your partner is opening up to you more. Your partner is more relaxed around you. Maybe your partner is less angry. That's still progress. Actually, it is actually progress towards marriage. It's just indirect, but it is towards marriage. It's towards trusting you, which tends to lead to marriage. But maybe you can't see that because it's not enough, or it doesn't seem directly correlated, so you don't realize that there's progress. I actually would say that most avoidants, if they're really willing to commit, and this is what I see in my practice, they make progress within a year. There's always a little bit of progress. Sometimes within the first couple months, there's always a little bit of progress. So if there's no progress at all, that might be a really challenging situation for you, truly. And I'm just being honest with you. If they haven't made any progress and it's been years, that's quite difficult. You may want to consider what the relationship is really giving you or your partner. Just being honest with you. The next one, and I honestly feel like someone's going to get mad at me for saying this, but I have to say it. What's the point in me lying to you, right? I want to be honest. I want to help you guys. Have you made any progress? I'm sure that you have, but let's talk about it. Have you made any progress at all? Have you been whatever your partner needs? Have you tried to meet their expectations as well? Doesn't mean you have to meet it fully, but have you tried to change in regards to your partner? Let's say they want more space. They want you to text less often, just a little bit less. Have you tried that? If you have, that's a good sign that this relationship is probably in the right direction, okay? Think about that. Think about that. I know it's not really a fun one. This whole video is not really fun. So it's just to make things right at the end of the day, right? The next one is similar to the second one. So the second one we mentioned, have you made any progress? Have you adjusted your moods, your, I don't know, some behaviors you have? The third one is similar. Have you adjusted your expectations for your partner? Now, I'm not saying this is all on your shoulders, because the avoidant partner should probably be doing this too. But we're talking about you. And if you want to be with the avoidant or not, right? We're not talking about your partner. We're talking about you. Have you adjusted your expectations? If you are comparing your partner to a secure partner, let's say your buddy just got married and they've only been together for like a year and a half, and you've been with your partner for like 5 years and your partner hasn't really made much progress in the wedding portion. Maybe they've made progress everywhere else, but not really close to getting married yet. Or maybe they're close, but it's not there yet. And you still are upset at them because your buddy just got married. Maybe it's important to adjust your expectations just a little bit. Have your partner made progress? Remember, that's number one. If the answer is yes. Have you made progress? And the answer is yes. Okay. Maybe it's time to just adjust the expectations just a little bit. Doesn't mean get rid of what you want. Adjust them. Maybe a normal secure person gets married within 2, 3 years, 4, 5, and maybe your avoidant partner might take a little bit longer, or it might not. But just be a little bit more open. I'm not saying wait forever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying maybe adjust a little bit, a little bit. I hope that makes sense, and I apologize if I offended anybody. Just being honest. Okay. Number 4. Are you actually ready for a real relationship? Or are you just afraid of being alone? I know those two don't sound like they should be in the same sentence, but let me kind of explain my train of thought, and then you guys let me know what you think, okay? A real relationship, typically, this is just my opinion, so I could be wrong, but from my perspective, a relationship requires both people sometimes to do what they didn't originally expect. The best way to put it is compromise. So, are you ready for that? Because you're going to have to do that again and again and again, and so will your partner. Or do you want them to just do exactly what you're expecting a relationship to look like because you're afraid to be alone and you want to be reassured that you are loved and your perspective of love is this particular way? Do you really want this person, or are you just afraid to be alone? If you really want this person, maybe you do have to put some effort. And I'm not saying you're not putting effort. I'm sure you guys are putting a lot of effort. But have you really put in the effort to make the relationship work, or is it just for you to get a certain relationship you want? I know that's a lot to handle, and I understand that, and I respect it. And again, I could be wrong. But maybe it's something to think about, okay? I know that's a tough pill to swallow. I get it. And the last one is also a tough pill to swallow. You know, I should have definitely disclaimed this one, but here we go. And this was really similar to the fourth one, but it's a little different. Do you actually love your partner, or do you love just the idea of who they could be someday? Like, do you love your partner for parts of who they are? No one likes everything about their partner. I've never seen it. But do you like your actual partner? Or do you just have this partner and now you want them to turn into what you expect love to be like? That's a rough one. It's hard. And I get that. But do you like maybe how logical your partner is? Do you like that? Do you like that your partner is always there when you need them? Do you like that your partner never forgets your birthday? Do you like that your partner is there for you? Do you like that you guys have been together for 3 years? Whatever small amount. Do you like that about your partner? Or do you only pay attention to what they don't give you? And that doesn't mean you don't necessarily love them, but do you put your love on the forefront, or do you put your disappointment on the forefront? Do you actually love your partner, or do you just love the idea of who they could be someday? If you are putting the more negativity on the forefront, try and adjust that and look towards the positives. What do you love about your partner? Try and focus on that a little bit more. If you can ask yourself these 5 things, sorry, I don't know why I said 3. And you realize that no, your partner has not made progress. No, you have not made progress. No, you haven't adjusted your expectations, or maybe you have. Maybe you have, but there's no progress on their end. Maybe you even made progress, but they just haven't made any. And you are ready for a relationship, but they're just not doing anything. And you do love your partner, but they're just not doing anything. Maybe it's better to cut your losses, truthfully. Or you can look at this and say, okay, there are also areas that I'm not doing the best at. Maybe I could put my love a little bit more on the front, right? Maybe there's progress I could make. Maybe I should adjust my expectations. And yes, my partner has made progress. And you know what? I haven't been acting like I'm ready to be in a relationship, but now I'm going to try, right? That's another way to look at it. I didn't mean to make this video to offend anyone. And I'm sorry if it was confusing. I made it to help you guys, right? And I know not everyone's going to like this, and I get that. I get that. But I hope that this can help somebody. That's really my goal, just one person. Then I'm good. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.